I'm Wiley Holbrooke, and I did my internship at the Okavango Wilderness Project. So the Okavango Wilderness Project is part of National Geographic, and they have a movie made about them. And basically what they do is they go into the Okavango Delta and they just do research. And what's so different about that from other environmental science research is that the Okavango Delta is a fully intact ecosystem. So we were staying in Mound right there, and the expeditions took off from there. But there are no roads. Like there's an occasional dirt road, but we had to go all the way around and took twice as long as it could have. But it's just a completely intact, beautiful ecosystem untouched by humans. But there's also a research black hole. So what they do is they start at that side of the delta, and they, on makoros, which are basically just canoes that are paddled differently, they go from there all the way through. So they did the eastern side of the delta, which they'd never done before, and they collect a lot of data on birds. And so that's their main thing. They do some fish and some elephant work as well, but their main thing is looking at bird populations. And so why that's so important is because bird populations are indicators of ecosystem health. So if there's a place with lots of birds and bird population and bird diversity, that means it's a very healthy ecosystem. And so they also do this on canoes and not motorized boats to keep the sound low and not disturb the ecosystem. So my job was mainly packing. I did not go on the expedition, but I did a lot of packing. So, and it was crazy to see this behind the scenes stuff. Like, these are the makoros, these are the canoes. But I mean, this is half the toilet paper that they needed. They needed twice that amount, which is, I think, something like 55 or 56 rolls of toilet paper, which is just an insane amount. And then the same goes for like all the foods and everything. So we packed, here are like the food containers, and that stuff is like beans and rice, and that's 65 kilograms of rice. And just to give you perspective, I weigh 65 pounds. So that's like taking a full nother person. Sorry, 65 kilograms, sorry, thank you. Kilograms. Yes, 65 kilograms of rice, 45 kilograms of beans, and 60 kilograms of lentils. So just massive amounts of food, all being packed into 6 tiny little canoes, along with 12 other people. So it's just a crazy amount to bring. And so this is my mentor, Chris Boyes. He's an adventurer as well as a scientist, which was really cool. Like this is a picture of him running away from a hippo. So it's just wild to see what they're doing there. And I did most of my working alongside BT, who's shown in the center there. I knew he was so good at his job. He just knew what he's doing. Went too far. So this is in Mound. That's the city that we were staying in. It's just a wild place. I mean, there's that gigantic spider. So this picture, the green things are crocodiles. The blue is a hippo, and the red is a monitor lizard. And that's in the town. That's like the main center of the city. So it's just a wild transition. And here are elephants. So Botswana is home to 1/3 of the world's elephants. So because they have this intact ecosystem. So it's really important to protect it. So that just gives you a taste. And that's right outside the city of Mound. So just another perspective. Now my host family while I was there, my host dad, Simon, he runs a safari company, so I got to go on safari and help him out there, and that was really cool. I mean, lions, leopards, there's a big male lion right there, wild dogs, and that's my hand compared to a lion footprint. So here's another slide of the same thing, just elephants and giraffes. Yeah, so really cool. And I mean, elephants are like bears there. I mean, they're fairly common, which is like more common than you'd expect. So it's just wild. And so my advice for future Pinterns is ask questions of everyone. Like it's just so important to know what's going on. And then, like Caroline said, bring a notepad. That's super important. I mean, I was writing down just random things, like songs I discovered while I was there. Like I could write down anything, and it was just important to do that. Thank you.